I Hello. Let's hope this is working. Let's say hello. I don't know. I don't know if this is working. Anyone? Bueller? Ah, okay. Well, it's just me getting over my nerves. But hi, Lisa. Hi, Carmen. Um, I um I thought it would be fun to go live. I don't know why I'm so nervous today because we went live on our other channel last week, but I was um, feeling a little overwhelmed by ink. I should look at the camera, huh? Ink, um, pens, disorganization. And so the first thing, oh, this is going to be a lot. Okay. I'll put that one up there. So I had all of my ink in these boxes up until yesterday. It's like a shoebox type thing. And if you've watched my videos for a while, then you know that this backdrop and everything has changed a couple times. And so can't I can't show you, but I put together a drawer unit that has 2, 4, 6, 8 drawers, and then put all of my ink in there yesterday. So one of the things I want to do today is go through a couple inks that I am a little unsure of. Ones that I think I don't like, but maybe someone can convince me otherwise. And no surprise. Okay. First one. Okay, so yeah, we have Lisa's. We have Lisa Nelson, who is on Instagram, and then my sister Lisa, which is this Lisa, and then my pen bestie Carmen. So that's who's here, and I think it's just us so far, so I have nothing to be nervous about. I don't know if any of you own this ink. No. See, even in my organization, I'm disorganized. So what else is new? Okay, I have a couple inks that I think I don't like anymore. Ferris Wheel Press, Oyster Hour, Writing Desk, and Land of Shangri-La. And for some reason, these all seem to have a weird fluorescent green something going on in the background. You know, when you rinse your pens, you get that nuclear bloom in there. So I'm not the biggest fan, and I'm going to start with this. See, we've got different viewpoints already. The biggest offender is Writing Desk for me, and I have heard people say that they love this ink, and I'm just not. I'm not sure that I hate it on principle, or okay, let's not say hate. It's not a family value. Q-tip. Oh my god, it's like circus on this desk. So let's see here too. Okay, Writing Desk. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a weird green something going onto it, and okay, stop with the nerves, Jeff. These are all of your people in here, and you love them. Okay, do you see this green undertone to this brown? Like, I'm all for a swampy brown, but that is not the business. And I can't get this cap on. And you know what that means is that I'm going to end up spilling that. So, um, Lisa D, Oyster Hour doesn't have a shimmer to it. So we're going to compare all three of these. Shangri-La has a shimmer, but Oyster Hour, no. And this is Oyster Hour, and it goes down with this green something on it, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. I am very easily swayed. Um, oh, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, different pen strokes for different folks, but um, the last offender in my book is this Land of Shangri-La, and I feel like Ferris Wheel Press does this a lot, where they use this. Okay, see, now that looks green. Am I losing my mind? I mean, again, maybe. Okay. Land of Shangri-La has shimmer, and part of my ink problem at the moment is that I have more ink than I could possibly ever use. I know some people limit themselves to like a small drawer or what fits on a shelf. My friend Lau has, as I discussed earlier, with someone, he has great self restraint on what he buys and what he does not. And I am like, oh, ink, I will buy it. And now I have to buy furniture for the ink because there's so much. And then I get panicky because I'm not using it. Okay. Writing desk, see that? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It's like they mixed fluorescent brown or fluorescent green with brown. Um, Elaine, I have no restraint either. So we are united on that that point. See, Oyster Hour dries down to like a normal color, but it is super light. And I'm on my fine nib phase right now. And so Oyster Hour is too dry. Yeah. It's to a lot of things to me. So I think part of what I want to do today is like, okay, what ink can leave? What can move out? Which ones can I evict? And I'm going to say Oyster Hour, yes. Although the little, I call it a contact lens, but that little thing in the Ferris wheel press bottle, the little rubber seal, has come out of that. And I have to move this because, there we go. I'll put the ones back there that can go, and then I'll list them on Instagram or whatever. I bought Oyster Hour, I think, to go in my Leonardo Momento Zero. They really like these names. Momento Zero Grande 2.0 in sand. And I thought this would go in there. It does not go in there. And Land of Shangri-La. I don't hate it now, but I feel like it's an undercover green. Yes, I agree. Boot it. You know what? I have a sample of KWZ honey that Carmen sent me that I love. So yeah, that can. I think we're all in favor of Oyster Hour going. Carmen, maybe I'll send it to you as an early Christmas present. I think Land of Shangri-La is going to get a stay of execution at the moment, but Writing Desk is the other one I keep wanting to like this ink, and then I'll hear other people say, "Oh, I love it," and so then I don't get rid of it, and then I'm stuck with it. Another. Oh, the sample. If I I have about 115 um, samples in little things. If I can find which one it is easily without knocking everything on this desk over, then yes. Another one in that family is Teranishi Guitar Nostalgic Honey. Is a good honey color, and that one was very easy to grab. So I'll show you that one. Okay. This is Nostalgic Honey, which I think is a fantastic ink. I haven't had any trouble with it, although it is similar to what's it called? Autumn and Auburn, um, which I love. I use that a lot. That is really a, I think, a well-behaved ink from them, which is what I have in my Leonardo. No, good grief, Visconti Opera right now. I'll just do a little swatch here. So that's Autumn in Auburn, and this is Nostalgic Honey. Again, Nostalgic Honey, I love it. This was one of those inks that I bought because everyone was going bazonkers over the Teranishi Rose, Opera Rose, I think. And so Amazon had them. It was this one and like an olive green and the Opera Rose. And these are victims of my over ink buying where they sort of came in, I maybe swatched it and then put it in the drawer. But my approach to ink is also like never hurts to have the color later. you know. Um, so I think, oh, I don't want to throw the ink out or give it away because I could use it. Now, those two that have been put in timeout over there, those are done. So this is another one that I think may be time to go. So Jacques Herbin Blue Austral. I don't speak French. I hardly speak English. I can't write to save my life. Ask anyone. Okay, what do we think of this blue? It's kind of reminding me that I love these comments. Elaine, you're cracking me up. It does not help with decluttering. The thing is, like, this is a pretty blue ink. I just never use this. This was gifted to me very kindly last year in the fountain pen subreddit, Secret Santa. This was one of the bottles of ink that I was sent. It looks like it might sheen a little. Do you see that on the cap? But I have never used this. So what do we say? Stay, go. Does anyone love it? Not enough? Okay. Okay. That one is a no-go. That's a goodbye. And adios. Okay. Lisa, I will see you in 2 weeks. So you win that one because then I don't have to ship it. And we all know that I'm not great. Okay. This next one may be an unpopular opinion. but this was also an ink that I didn't actively um, seek out to purchase. And I'm going to see if you can tell what it is just from the top of the bottle. Does anyone recognize the bottle? Um, this ink is guaranteed to make you spend some time at the sink, and it is everyone's favorite KWZ Sheen machine. And I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but Birmingham Penco makes some really strong sheening inks that, but they always come in like giant bottles. Like I don't need a 40 ounce of green sheening ink. I can get it open. I need to go to the gym. This is a sign from the universe that I don't need this ink, and oh, there we go. I'm so afraid that I'm going to spill this ink everywhere. I have tried to give this bottle of ink. And Elaine, do they have? Am I just a bad consumer? Like I didn't know they had the sheening inks in the smaller bottles, which just means I'm just spending my money unwisely. That tracks. This is a great sheening ink if you love sheening inks. But I think it's time to part with this. I have given out a bunch of samples from this, and I still have a half gallon. So I think that can go. Sorry, this is right. You're never getting rid of Tesla coil, so you're going to have that forever. I tried to mix an ink the other day. I'm just pulling the ones I know are on the chopping block. So I bought this TWSBI orange. There we go. Let me actually show it to you. I bought this TWSBI orange. It was just a standard orange ink. And I didn't like it. And then I thought, oh, I'll play Inkmeister. And I added, my friend Amy gave me a bottle of, not a bottle, samples of Diatramentis, all of their pearlescent copper inks. And I put the yellow one in here, and it was fantastic. And so I thought, well, what's better than just a little copper shimmer was more. So I also poured the sample of magenta copper in, and this is what I'm left with. We can look at it in the 7 years from now when it dries. But when I opened this, when I pulled this ink out of the box, there was like floaty things in it, or a floaty thing. And orange ink, as you know or may not know, has a tendency to get a little crusty, which is gross. But so I don't know. That little floaty thing is gone. Like when I shook it, it disintegrated, but I don't know if it's just going to reform. So I thought I would experiment there. A couple other orange inks, which is weird. I love orange, and I have very few. I think I haven't found too many that are like super legible on the paper. This is another one, Van Diemen's Harvest Tasmanian Saffron. This is me just spending money buying ink that I didn't need. I think it was on sale. and I have to stop buying ink on sale. It's like buying shoes on sale, and then you've got 40 pairs of shoes, and I work from home, so I hardly even wear shoes, but yeah. Um, Tasmanian saffron. Like, what am I going to compare this to? I haven't seen Tasmanian saffron in real life. It could be a total hoax. But I don't like this color. It's like it's having an identity crisis. Is it orange? Is it red? I don't know. I don't know. But I don't see myself using it. Um, yes, yes. But then I have to fill all of those samples and then send them out. Okay, this is a Banu classic in bourbon. I thought maybe I would use that in here, but it's like it. To me, it can't decide what color it wants to be. Okay. Elaine said Earl Grey tea. Okay, this is how bad the ink. Hi, Caleb. Welcome. Okay, this is how bad the ink buying has gotten. I bought Earl Grey tea because Simone had it, and I loved it. I bought it, and then I didn't use it. Like I haven't used it. I need an ink prevention. Okay, this is Earl Grey tea, and it showing on my screen is a little red, but in person, um, it's super super orange. So let's see here. Right? I bought it. It's like I'm hoarding it for the apocalypse when every pen store goes out of business and I can no longer buy ink. Ancient copper in your bourbon. So my bourbon, I bought this last fall, and these are super comfortable. If you don't, Tim, I bought this last fall, and I love this pen. If you don't have a Banu Euphoria, these are super comfortable for long writing sessions. It uses a steel Schmidt nib, and they handle this is a fine, and it handles shimmer really well. I have this inked with vintage. Is it vintage copper? Vintage copper, which was a diamine Inkvent ink, not last year. Before that, sometime before that. So, I lost my train of thought. Just common occurrence. I have vintage copper in this. It writes extremely well. Out of this fine Schmidt nib, I love this pen. So obviously Earl Grey tea is here to stay. Okay. What are we voting for? The Mets? No. Wait. Carmen, which team am I not allowed to support? Whichever team I support sports-wise loses. Petra as an ink. Yes. Lisa did give me the entire bottle of vintage copper because it looked like a shag rug to her, and I was all for it. I love it. Another ink I got, I don't want to say swindled because the ink is perfectly good. Dodgers. Okay. I'm just not sports minded. I bought the Seven Wonders of the World, and one of them was Petra. They're all like really. Carmen, you're confusing me. Is it the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets? Okay, I'll cheer on the Padres, and then I'm safe. These Seven Wonders of the World were like limited, not limited, but like a bundle from Cult Pens, and they were all really faint in color, except Taj Mahal was like super cobalt blue. So I don't know what the thought process. Where am I going to put that? Thought process was on Diamine's part, but let's see how Petra dries, and then we'll decide what we think there. What do we think of the Franken ink that started as Twisby Orange? Would we use this? Minus the potential, I don't know, growth in the jar? I mean, Dodgers already beat the Padres. Is that when they made a half court shot? Okay. Petra, right? See, it came out not bad. I would use that. How does that look with bourbon? Not bad. Not bad. Petra, yeesh. And then if you haven't seen Sheen Machine, the only thing with sheening inks is I feel like it takes forever to clean them out of a pen. Because one of my first inks was Organic Studios Nitrogen. Have you tried Diamine Rocking Rio? I don't. I have not tried that. Is it orange? Because for someone whose entire life consists of orange, green, and brown, pretty much, I have very few orange inks. Let's see what we have here. Solar Storm. Me either. Lisa Nelson for the win. Okay, let's see what orange we have and which ones we can do without. Okay, these bottles are tiny. I know Lisa D already opened her Inkvent calendar, and so I got to see all of the inks. Oh, okay. I mean, 70s orange brown, is there a bad way for 70s orange brown to exist? I have Monarch and Solar Storm, and then the largest bottle of Firebox. See, this is what, like, how will I ever use, what is this, a half gallon, a pint, a quart? I don't know. It's a lot of orange ink. The hard part here is that my husband is also on this stream. That's Tim. If you haven't met him either online or in real life, so now he's getting to see how many inks I secretly purchase and sneak in the house without him looking. Let's see. Alexis, I agree. That's another one where Simone has had that one on there, and every time I go to buy ink, which is very, very rarely, I hardly buy ink, I can never remember the name of Viceroy. I can never remember that ink. Yeah, look away, husband, look away. Wearingle. I love Wearingle inks. I have quite a few. I find them to be generally well behaved, and I know that people who are fans of sheening inks generally want more sheening inks from them. I love a shimmer ink. Um, so yes, yes, of course, Lisa, that would be amazing. I would love that actually, because surprisingly, there's very few in here. I mean, I have the standards. I have Ancient Copper, Caramel Sparkle. I was in my Diamine phase here. Sunset Blush, but I don't. Can you see that again? This is a Birmingham Penco ink, but there's the fluorescent something going on in that bottle. Earl Grey tea was a yes. This one I don't know that I actually use. I'm just making a mess now. Okay, Caramel Sparkle. If you haven't seen it, it's orange with sparkle. And Ancient Copper. I feel like Ancient Copper is vintage copper without the shimmer. I don't know that that's um, fully true, but that's what we're going with. See, there's another ink I don't like. Okay. I do love Colorverse Red Rock, which I think is there. Good Lord, I need to go to the gym or something. Can't get these bottles open. Red Rock is probably one of my favorite orangey browns. The only thing is, I think it only comes in this little 15 milliliter um, bottle, which is, pardon me for having an ADHD squirrel moment, but this is what the bottle size is going to be for the Colorverse ink vent. There we go. Sorry, folks. Which is, it's not cheap, right? I mean, the Diamine ink vent calendar, I think, is $120. Shameless plug. You can use code Desert Inkwell at Atlas to save 10%. But the Colorverse one's $180, $180 for 24. Which, I mean, the ink quality is good, but I can't fit most of my pens in this bottle. So I'm not sure what to do with that. Okay. This one, right? Oh, let's see. It's my husband being on to my shopping. Did anyone else buy the Cult Pens Advent Calendar this year? I did not. I didn't know they had one, to be honest with you. I've seen, I feel like more Advent calendar offerings this year than I saw last year, but maybe I was not fully aware. Last year, I know there's some good stationary ones. Caleb, have you done the Cult Pens Advent Calendar before? Like, is it just ink, or is it stationary and ink, or just stationary? Carmen says she almost bought the Cult Pens Advent Calendar. Yeah, this one is questionable. So it reminds me of like pumpkin that's gone off. Anyway, so I bought Diamine Inkvent Calendar early because Atlas had it, pre-order. And then they came out with the Colorverse one. And I felt like, oh, that would be more. See, something's up with that color. I thought the Colorverse one would be more fun, perhaps, because Diamine had a couple in the ink vent last year, the scented ones feathered all over the place. Okay, last year they had a Platinum Kuridos as the final day. That is a non-metal retractable nib fountain pen. If anyone doesn't know, I did order one of those at one point in time, but I thought it was overly complicated to take it apart and clean it. And if you saw my Instagram post not too long ago, I recently had to clean 27, 28, 48. I cleaned, no, it was 48. 48 pens. I had run out of pens to use because I slowly just I didn't clean them because I was being lazy and distracted. So, really quick, following up on this autumn oak, it's kind of an odd color, right? Why are they doing orange dirty like that? I don't know. I think it's so similar to what I have. So that's Petra here at the bottom. Lisa, have you written with Petra? I think I swatched it and it was not, but of course, see, this is why I'm doing this. So there it looks really pretty. So, okay, Petra, I'm going to stay of execution. Autumn oak, though. That's weird. I don't like it. Okay. Autumn oak is going by the wayside. Okay. Next up is Dominant Industry, the Harbor of Dieppe, which I want to love this ink. Like, I desperately want to love this ink. But I think I have given out more samples of it than I have actually used it. When I first started buying a lot of ink, it was a lot of Ferris wheel press. Yes. See, I'm going to highlight the comments that enable me to get rid of ink. Harbor of Dieppe. So I bought a lot of Ferris wheel press inks. Kind of, you know, I'm a sucker for marketing. So this one reminds me of a way of that Wonderland and Coral. This is such a pretty color, but then it doesn't show up very much. We'll see how this one dries down, but let me give you a reasonable. Okay, let's do a glass dip pen. Some of these are chipped. Lisa, I wish I had known. I could have sent you half of this half gallon that I own, and then Elaine writes she loves the Harbor of Dieppe. Lisa just got Firebox, and Caleb says he loves Autumn Oak, but it has to be in the right pen. But see, that's the thing, really, right? I want inks that I can use that doesn't have to be so exacting. Okay, 5 points if I can spell this right. I think it's on the bottle in front of me. Harbor of, nope. This Dieppe. I don't know where that is. Okay, we'll see how that dries and if it gets a pardon or not. But I'm thinking no. No, that's a no for me. So I feel like the shimmer. I don't know. No, that's a no for me. I don't love it. And someone else might love it, and so it can go elsewhere. Oh, Land of Shangri-La, by the way, dried so green that it can stay, but I have to move it from the brown drawer to the green drawer. So, okay. What was this? Anyone? Sunset Blush. So this is one that is really pretty when it dries down. Actually, I think I like that better than I thought I did. Okay, Sunset Blush, you can stay. I put Autumn Oak in my Esty, which is a juicy writer. Which Esty, Elaine? Honeycomb, maybe, perhaps. Like, well, yeah. Actually, that might look good in Petrified Wood, maybe, because I feel like I can't ever get a good read on what color that petrified wood is. Petra looks like Tetra, the freshwater fish. So bad. Sunset Blush is a very pretty one. Right? Is part of it that I think I don't like these, but I just haven't really given them a chance? I mean, that tracks. This is one of Lisa D's inks that she loves. I think it sold out or became difficult to find. This is Van Diemen's Night. I don't know what just happened there. Van Diemen's Night Tiger Qual Prowl. I don't want you to say that quickly. So it's like an orange with shimmer. Petrified Forest. Got it. I like that one. Autumn Oak is a pretty orange. That one. Well, maybe I'll send that one to Carmen. I don't know. It just doesn't. Lisa, I'm assuming that what you're referring to is the Tiger Prowl. So this is like an orangey brown. It dries with a green sheen. Elaine says Autumn Oak is too dry. I can't always. I mean, I probably shouldn't have a pen channel discussing pens. I can't always tell inherently what is a dry ink or if the pen is dry. So that's me telling on myself. Okay. The fact that some of these bottles really are dried on here so tightly. But how do I stop buying ink? No smarty pants comments. See, that's an orange. That's Birmingham Penco Monarch, which I love. You can tell I've used tons of it. I wish it was like an intermediate size bottle of ink because, okay, this is 60 mil. That's too much ink for me of one color. Let's see if it. Yeah, I don't. That's a no-go for me. Tiger Qual Prowl has some weird tone to it that I'm just not in love with. And that, sorry, I keep banging into everything. It's tight quarters over here in Arizona. Solar Storm, I feel like is one that we have to let dry because I don't remember it being. See, it's like that. It's like Autumn Oak and Solar Storm have that same something ick in there. Ick for me. There is even a smaller bottle. Even smaller bottle of the Birmingham Penco? Yes. Okay, we'll see on that, but I think that's a no too. I'm gonna put it up there unless. Okay, so we have essentially decimated my orange inks. Two that I didn't swatch are not up for debate. I'm collecting the Sailor Tea Time collection. And so this one is afternoon tea, and this one is Christmas tea. And they're like shades off of each other, but I love them. They're not going anywhere. And then Wearing All Star Child. I'm surprised. I like this one. Let me swatch it for you. It's a pretty yellowish, ambery orange, brown. Okay, it's a color. It's a warm color. How's that? I don't think it dries that dark, but it has that kind of blue iridescent shimmer that I am not the biggest fan of, but for some reason that ink I just absolutely love. Is there a Tasha orange? I mean, I'm sure there is. I've heard. I think I have one Tasha ink, and it's a green. Um, this one, Tasha Earth Green. We can swatch it because I don't think I've used this one either. Green to me is like orange. Green is like orange. Actually, no. It's similar to me in the sense of the tone has to be just right, or I don't love it. Poor Autumn Oak. I mean, okay. No, no, I'll never get rid of ink. You're not helping, Lisa. I'm supposed to be getting rid of inks. We're supposed to embrace our inner Lao and get rid of inks, not encourage me to keep them. That's Star Child. There, it's still a little wet. But even though it has that iridescent blue purple, I do enjoy it. This is that Tasha Green. I'm undecided. But you know what? Green ink I don't like. Sea Glass. Troublemaker Ink Studios. Irrelevant to me not liking the ink, I think, are from the Philippines. And I bought this ink because I thought it would be perfect in my Esterbrook SD Sea Glass. But that's not. That's like Sprite bottle green. It's supposed to dry with a little dual shading to like a brownish. Wait, Carmen, you have 200 bottles of. Oh, you only have 200 ink labels. I'm working on it, Carmen. I'm working on it. Elaine, are you talking about this one, the sea glass, or earth green? I don't mind the earth green as much, but this sea glass, I'm not a fan of, and I have right. Okay, so I agree. This is I have. I don't think I've ever used it beyond the one time I put in the pen. Okay, how are we on time? Okay, I'm good. I'm in no hurry. Emotional Olive was the other one that I bought when I bought Nostalgic Honey. Um, Okay, we have to see that dry. I haven't seen them in a while. Um, okay, Andrea says that my bottle shouldn't match this one, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. And as a matter of fact, I even um, I reached out because so I bought this from someone because I'm always looking for a deal. Emotional success. The ink has worked. I do like this. I like that actually. What would I use this in? Oh, you know what? That ink with this sailor. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna have to try this. This has wearing old path in there right now. Okay. I ran out of room. There's a writing sample of wearing old path. It's not dissimilar to emotional olive. I wonder if they mean like olive like a person or like is an olive a fruit or a vegetable? What is that? Anyone? Elaine, me too. I have one bottle and then a second on the way because I get ink panic. Um, yeah, Path is fantastic. Um, Lisa, I can definitely send you a sample of wearing old Path. It's a fruit, I guess. Yeah. Hmm. Anyone else? Big fan. I love olives. I love olives. I love olive green. Um, Carmen, are you talking about the olive or are you calling me a fruit? Just kidding. Um, okay, now I have to look this ink up because when I bought the sea glass, I thought it was going to be a perfect match too, and that wasn't it. And I asked the person, "Hey, by chance, did the bottle get left open? Something?" Needless to say, I insulted her, and she refused to. Um, wouldn't give me my money back. So there it is, and it can leave now. Um, a really, really, probably my favorite green. Okay, Venice. Okay. Um, Birmingham Penco petrified wood. I think has got to be hands down my favorite green ink. Um, wait, is that something in the bottle? No, there's little shoot. This is definitely going to be an instance of me pretending there's nothing in that bottle. Shoot. Um, well, that's probably not good for my pen, but alt Goldgrun. Um, I do, I do have that. I think. Yes. Right. Yep. Well, we'll swatch that on there, and then we can see. But petrified wood does the really good multi shading. What's the? I don't know. Remember, I told you I hardly speak English. There we go. Look at that. Okay, pass and review here. Tiger Qual Prowl right there in the middle. Star Child. Harbor of Dieppe. Am I giving everyone motion sickness? Sorry. Petrified wood. I don't care if there's something in the bottle. I'm not throwing it out. There. I said it. It is what it is. Peter Pan does that too. Okay. I'll have to try that one. Alt Goldgrun. I don't 100% remember if this. Oh, what did I do? Oh, Oh, I see. Something happened on my phone and then it like interrupted the streaming. Okay, let's see. Alt Goldgren. Is this an Iron Gall ink? I feel like yes, but it's a new Iron Gall ink. And so, I mean, don't sue me if you damage a pen. But I've heard that newer Iron Gall inks aren't as big of a risk for your pens. Um, I don't think so. Okay. I could be wrong. It happens more often than I'd like to admit. And then this is Puce Lagoon. I feel like this was part of a bundle um, from Birmingham Penco, the Hummingbird bundle. And I feel like it dries very different to that. Um, what other green do I have that I absolutely? Oh, let's try this one. Um, is this green? Why is this in the green drawer? Um, Petrichor. I don't think enough of these are ending up on the shelf, folks. It's like all I got rid of is orange ink. Okay, Petrichor is an immediate yes. Um, okay. Oh, I want to show you an ink. Okay, I can only show you like I have to fill in a swatch myself, but this was so I got the Lamy 2000 in pine green because white it's green, so I had to have it. If I could track down a brown one, I would, but I couldn't find the perfect ink for it, so I mixed Shin Ryoku and Yamaguri from Pilot Iroshizuku. It made the like perfect, in my opinion, matching pine green, and of course it's Pilot Iroshizuku inks, and so super well behaved, and that was 50-50 blend. So okay, Puce Lagoon was this, and it that did not look like that on the swatch. It wasn't this dark. Um, so okay, that one I'll keep. Look at this petrichor. It's like green and purple. I mean, that is cool. I need a pen that supports that color. Um, yeah, I did. I got a bad bottle. Um, so maybe I'll try Sea Glass again. But the Sea Glass Esty was a birthday gift from my work team last year. It was my first Esty, and then excuse me, I'm parched. And then I went all down the Esterbrook Esty rabbit hole and bought a bunch of them. And now I just haven't been using them as much lately. I don't know. I mean, I liked the Back to the Land ones. Those were pretty. Well, I mean, they weren't pretty. They were cool. I liked them. Um, and they have King of the Night coming out soon. Um, right? Yeah, it was. That it was a very nice gift, and I love it. And then that becomes a pen I just never get rid of. If I had to get rid of all of my Estes, oh, all of them. I have the Astronaut Accutron black and gray Esty. That one I won't get rid of. I don't think they actually released it. Um, a Nouveau Blue I bought from Lao, Ken Chen Crafts. I love that one. And Sea Glass. I love the Sea Glass. I wish mine had silver trim and has gold trim, but you know. Elaine writes that she has two vintage Esterbrook Series J. Those are like the smaller celluloid ones, right? I think my sister Lisa has bought one at the DC Pen Show that she absolutely loves. I have a silvery gray one that I don't use, so I'm gifting that to her. I want that King of the Night. Yeah, I mean, it's the King of the Night is giving it's giving raspberry ripple realness. Um, I love it. I don't like I love it, but I don't love it enough to add it to my collection at the moment. I think my most recent pen was this one. Just kind of looking at it, murky green. Um, uh, Carmen, you'd have to check. There's certain brands it doesn't work on. I know it the my discount code at Atlas doesn't work on Sailor. There's like a list that it doesn't, but you don't have anything red. Do you have the? I have the Scarlet SD, which is red with has little blue chips in it. Um, I like that a lot. But I am trying to kind of downsize. So while this isn't red, this is the Leonardo Memento Zero Grande, not the 2.0. This is a piston fill pen, and um, my sister Lisa is going to be the new owner of this. It has a fine titanium nib, and it's such a beautiful pen, but I just don't use it, and so um, so that one's going to Lisa. The Andrea, the Golden Gratitude pen, that was absolutely beautiful. I've only seen pictures of it, but I was just, I think it's this one. Tell me if you think this would be a good ink for the Golden Gratitude. I haven't seen it in person, so I just know that it exists. I'm running out of, you know what? I can turn the page. I'm not short of paper. This is another Ferris wheel press sparkling champagne. Okay, it does not dry that color. Or maybe it does. We'll see. Oh, Carmen, yes, that red pen. Carmen and I met, or kind of met more so, surrounding a red pen that I had included in a Valentine's Day video. And so I sent that one to Carmen. Lisa, thank you. Yeah, I thought it was going to be closer to Celadon Cat, that sea glass ink, and ultimately what I put in that pen. And while that ink is dry, does have a tendency to be dry, it doesn't really give me issues in that Esterbrook. So that was that. Esterbrook's on sale. Woohoo! The Scarlet is pretty, and the King of the Night. I don't know that I know how to share my screen on this. I'll have to work on that for next time. I did want to show you this. Look at this swatch. I did this last night or yesterday when I was talking to my sister on the phone. I hope my ADHD isn't driving everyone crazy. Like, can hardly hold a train of thought. Um, this is Van Diemen's Encore in the color Crescendo, which, I mean, can we take a minute for this bottle? The bottle is very vampire to me. Like, I feel like if you open this bottle, you're letting something out of the bottle. Okay, Lisa said Peter Pan was very light. Oh, and Elaine says, really? So I mean, that part of that goes to show too. Like, I mean, everyone loves different inks. Yeah, try it in a medium, right? That bottle. I mean, we're just gonna bring that bottle back. Isn't that amazing? For sure, vampire vibes. And this is this. So this Encore Crescendo, I mean, that is some great. I'm not even the biggest fan of sheening inks, and I liked it so much I cut it out. I have a second color from them, if I can find it, which is so much easier now to find ink that. Shoot. Now that I've organized my inks, so that should make. Oh, I'm going to show you that one. Okay. See? I have so many inks that sometimes I can't find them. Or I don't remember where. Do something with my hand, right? Isn't that the thing? Do that. Here we go. Okay. I have a pen friend, Amy, who sadly is moving out of Arizona, but at some point, anyway. Okay. I'm shaking the heck out of this bottle. This is Birmingham Penco's Jupiter Vortex Twinkle. Okay, there we go. I got the shimmer. Now, well, oh, sorry, right up the arm of my shirt. Okay. You know the sheen is going to be good when it, like the cotton swab, although these are Q-tips, sheens. Like you can see the, let's see. I hope you have better luck in the medium. And Lisa says 175.50 for the Esterbrook at Atlas. Lisa D, will you check and see if my discount code does anything for that? Just not trying to push my discount code, but if you use it, save you money. Okay. Do we think this is going to sheen? Okay. Everyone, pardon me for 1 second while I turn on the dryer, because just using the hair dryer. Trying to get this ink to dry so you can see it. Okay, that's dry enough. Lisa, was that yes, it did work and give you a discount, or yes, you would check? I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, okay. Carmen says she tried it and it did not work. Okay. Let's see. Well, I mean, Fountain Pen Day is coming up Friday, right? And Carmen and Lau and I will be discussing that on our new channel, the Pen Friends Live, which will be Thursday at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every time I say that, I can hear the lyrics from Rent from here on in. Anyway, okay. Let's see, 5:40. Okay, let's give another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I should eat dinner. And I probably have been talking too long, but gorgeous sheen. Yes, I agree completely, completely. Um, Look at this though. Would you put this in a pen though? What pen would you put this in? Um, just tried, but I couldn't tell with all the other stuff in my cart. Okay. Well, if it works, you know what? I'll put it here, but I'm not stressed over it either way. I inked this. I inked this pen up. I bought this one last fall too. This is a Zodiac pen in the Sagittarius model, the Maze. The blank is called Corn Maze. And I put a architect nib on here from Fountain Pen Revolution, which if you need an architect nib, they were super affordable. I feel like it was under $15. Right? It's a Yovo number 6 compatible nib and architect. That ink is Wearing All 13 Children. Which sounds like a life sentence to me. 13 children. Can you imagine have 13 children? Yeesh. Right? There's these like beetles in San Diego that fly around. I always call them scarabs, but I don't think they actually are. But Andrea, you just want the Jupiter Vortex and put it. Oh, like how does that right? When I started and I bought the Twisby Eco, the cerulean blue, and I put the Organic Studio Nitrogen fig beetles. Okay. In it, I feel like when I had to clean the pen, I just could never clean the sheening ink out very well. And then at one point, I tripped and ink went all over this room. It was a mess. Lisa says she loves that green. Carmen says she may need that nib. Carmen definitely. Oh, Interstellar Bronze. Andrea, I see. Here I am. I'm 1 ink out, 2 inks in. Like I would buy a sample of that, but I don't know that you can get samples of Birmingham pen inks anywhere. Can you? Atlas a couple weeks ago was asking like which ink should we carry, and I said Birmingham Penco inks, but I don't think Atlas does samples either. But I wish they would. I also think, and any company, if you're listening, I mean, you're not, but if you're listening, I wish companies would sell ink samples in a cartridge, right? Like, doesn't that make the most? Like, I feel like I would spend $4 to buy an ink cartridge that's a sample of an ink. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but yeah. All right, folks, it is 5. Well, where I live is 5:44. I want to thank you for joining me. This has been fun. I live in the middle of nowhere, if you don't know, like in the middle of nowhere in the desert. And so I don't always get a chance to chat with pen friends or talk to people about pens as much as I would love to. So I'm eternally grateful that you showed up tonight. Oh, look at that. It's reminding me to take the dogs out. Sorry. Um, do I have ADHD? Yes. If incidentally, a public health message, if you have been able to follow along with this video, you may also have ADHD. I liked this more than doing my regular Desert Inkwell video that I don't edit anyway, because like I'm not going to edit myself and all the ums and the uhs out, because at that point then that's not me, and I, you know, I am who I am. So maybe I'll do this instead. Stay tuned. Thank you again. Um, Such nice comments. Thank you all. I will see you soon. And thank you too, Alexis. You all have a fantastic night. And I'm going to go find some food and snuggle the dogs. All right. Bye, all. Oh, I see you have to do this twice.